My wife cheated while I worked 70-hour weeks to buy us a house. My parents, sister, and her whole family says it's my fault and I should take her back. I got married to my wife a few years back. We were college friends and hit off pretty quickly. We both were in medical college, had the same interest and belief, and loved traveling and pets. She was the dream girl for me, and she's the only one I have ever dated. She was perfect for me. That was years ago. We were dating for 10 years and married 2 years back. Both of us are very busy people, but we spent rest of the free time together, exploring and traveling. But things went south pretty quickly when work started piling up, and we had to spend more and more time in the hospital. I was not only a surgeon, but also was a professor. I was the rookie professor there. I had pretty intense hours, but the pay made me shut up and put in more work because I was hoping to buy a property and gift it to her for our coming anniversary. I spent almost 70 hours average on hospital. If it's not surgery, it was either meeting, emails, or paperwork piling up, or college students. And for a month or so, I couldn't go home on convenient times. I know how my wife felt about this, so I sacrificed few hours of my night's sleep to spend more time with her, but didn't give up my job timing. A few months ago, she asked me that she wanted to open up our marriage. I know she felt lonely, but opening our marriage was just a no to me. So I started to sacrifice more and more of my sleep to spend late nights with her, but I was determined to buy our own house by the end of the year. Recently, her best friend texted me with pictures and proof that my wife reconnected with his ex from school, and they've been going behind my back. All I know about her ex was that they had a very rocky relationship, and he sometimes tried to force himself on her. That's what she said to me. So I first refused to believe that my wife would do something like this. But after seeing the pictures, I don't know for sure. I don't know if I was paranoid, but after that text from her friend, I started to think more clearly. The weekend she takes off and comes home late. The men's colognes I tried so hard to ignore, and everything just made sense. I confronted her, and she didn't even try to deny and was not even sorry for what she did. She said she needed the attention and that I couldn't provide it to her. So she went looking for it somewhere else who could provide it, very straight up. I genuinely didn't know what to do, but the only thing I know was that I don't want to be with this woman anymore. I didn't tell her about the house or anything as I asked her to pack and get out. She started to panicking and say that I am kicking her out instead of solving it with her like a real man. So she moves out and she wants to stay with her ex. Yesterday was her first day staying with her ex, and she's already texting me, telling me that she can't be living in a crappy old apartment and wants to come back home. I just blocked her and also cut out some time from work to process almost of this. My parents, sister, and her whole family support her. They think my overworking is the reason why she cheated and that I should apologize to her and grow a spine to talk to her instead of blocking her. I'm kind of starting to believe that I might be the asshole for overworking so much and driving her away, and feel honestly guilty now. Edit number 1. Why she feels lonely. Because she's a dermatologist and she could adjust to her schedule as she wants. She owns a small clinic and had multiple doctors working, so she has more flexible time than me. Me, on the other hand, was lucky to get in neuro department. I also sometimes takes lectures to college students, which has made my schedule very tightly packed. Best comments. I've worked with people in your position, and I know it takes a lot of hours per week. Don't be guilt-tripped into taking your wife back. She doesn't understand now, and she won't understand if you took her back. She broke the deal. Question. Did you tell her that you were working long hours to provide a home and property? That is truly irrelevant to the conversation. There is no excuse for cheating, period. If she was that unhappy, she should have left first. Asking to open a marriage was just asking for an excuse to cheat. There is nothing more to talk about. You let her come back, she will do the same thing. You did the right thing, so move on. Hope he is not an asshole. She is a dermatologist. She should be able to afford her own place. Why would a physician who owns her own practice be forced to live in a shabby apartment provided by the man she's been effing? Plus, she is not your problem anymore. Most of her income goes toward her parents' medical bills, and part of what's left is used to pay off her student loan. It's not like every cent is tied up in those obligations, though. She still keeps a fair share of money for herself. So, she could rent an apartment if she wants, but she's to take care of it all alone, from the electricity, phone to everything. Nobody forced her to cheat. Nobody. She chose to. Your marriage is over because she cheated. End of story. That said, you should probably stay single until you achieve some of your career goals and have enough time to devote to a serious relationship. Honestly, I think that I can never be in a relationship after this. I almost spent 12 years with her thinking she's my forever, so it kind of hits hard. Might take some time to process and move on. If your own family is blaming you, I would cut them off too. Don't take her back. She will only get better at hiding her infidelity. Thank you for your words. But it's just not easy for me to completely cut them off. My mother and father are getting old and needed to be taken care of. So maybe I can limit my contact, but I can't cut them off completely. Update number 1. So, few hours after I posted it, I finally got the courage to call my wife and confront her. I didn't let her get to warm greetings and all of that. I firstly apologized for being working nonstop and made her feel like I didn't prioritize our relationship and her. I then asked why she cheated on me, to which she replied again with, "You were never here and I needed attention. I needed someone to see me." I told her that she could have talked with me and I had accepted that. I asked her from how long this was going on and her answer shocked me. 4 or 5 years, even before our marriage, she was cheating on me with this man. I asked why before 5 years, as I wasn't as busy as I am now. So what made her cheated on me? She felt like she needed to explore more and not to be tied down to me. So she reached out to multiple people and her ex is just one of them. But after I proposed, she felt even burdened and slept with multiple men to get over and started resenting me for tying her down. I was honestly sensing the crying at that point, but I held back. She then asked me if she could come back to the apartment and start living together like nothing happened. I said no. Living in her again and trusting her was something I couldn't do. She cried and begged, telling me that she hated her ex-place. I told her to get a new rented apartment from her savings. And then the truth came out. It seems like she's been paying of her bills, her parents' medical bills, and her ex loans, and she had only a few $1,000s in her bank. I refused to let her come here again and politely said that she could live with her parents or anyone. I clearly mentioned that I would file for divorce later, after all of this has cooled off, and right now, I am in even more headache than I originally was. On my way to hit the gym. Best comments. So, all her excuses are only that. Excuses, she was cheating long before your long working hours started, and she was paying her ex loans as well. Divorce her and don't look back. She reminded me of my ex-girlfriend. She cheated on me because I had to work until 1 a.m. for 3 months on a very important work project that would advance my career. She couldn't wait and started cheating on me in less than 3 weeks. I discovered it almost 2 months later, and her excuse was that she was feeling lonely. Don't these women know what a vibrator is? I kicked her out of my apartment, and she had to move back to her parents' tiny apartment.